Aloha. In this video, I'm going to talk about my student visa story. So for me, I wanted to come to America when I was a little bit older. I think I was already like 22, 23, 24. I was getting pretty old. And I had done some schooling back home in Poland, but it didn't really work out. I knew I needed to do some networking, and I just wanted to go out there and explore new things and have my own slice of apple pie, this American dream. So for me, it was very, very complicated, as I'm sure for most of you, to get a student visa. First of all, you have to figure out how you're gonna get to United States and what kind of visa applies to you. For most people, it'll be an F1, straight up academic visa, where your main purpose is to come over here and study and work under 20 hours. So that's something I did. I know for other people, M-type visa was applicable when they were able to do some kind of vocational non-academic training. And I'm sure for other people that come here on a J1, they had their own different story of a visitor exchange visa, when their main purpose, I believe, is to work, and any kind of academia they do on the side is just a bonus. But from what I've been told, J1, you just come and do a job that no American can do for whatever reason, whether it's an ethnicity or language or culture or religion or anything else. That some corporation, some kind of entity invites you to come to America, perform this task, and then you have a duty and a promise that you're going to go back to your country and figure it out. Of course, as with most things, there are many, many different ways to get out of this deal, to return and to do something else. But again, it's going to cost money, because that's just how America runs, and time. So please be patient and work while you wait. That's my number one recommendation. But for me, I think it was like around 2015, I came to a local college just to get my 2-year degree, get my foot in the door, and I fell in love with America from the very get-go. And I said, like an associate's degree, which is just 2 years, was great. I loved it. It was a wonderful experience. I loved the American college lifestyle, where the course load was designed to give you a skill right off the bat, certification, something you know how to do. And of course, they focused on networking, how to build relations, and other things like that. For me, back home, it was just mostly academia with no soft skills. And in life, soft skills are king. You can have all the hard skills in the world, like hardcore computing and coding, but if you don't know how to brand yourself, how to network, it's just not going to happen. So this is why I chose to extend my 2-year degree into a 4-year degree. So after I went to college. I went to a 4-year institution where I was able to get my degree. And it was more of what I wanted to do. Of course, classes got a lot harder. It was a lot more difficult, more challenging, but also a lot more rewarding. And after a few years, I was able to pick up my diploma, and I was able to fill my academic obligation. Of course, after you get your bachelor's, you're looking for master's, because that's a very nice way to extend your visa. But hopefully by then, you've been networking for 4 years, hardcore networking. Be sure to use social media, LinkedIn, Golden Line, whatever you're using. Make sure you're out there. People know that you're looking for a job. And if you play your cards right, you can make a lot of money for entrepreneurship or anything else. So for most people, after they get their bachelor's, they might stay here on academic training. If you do STEM, you have some extra time to fulfill your requirements. And again, when you're in academic training, I'm really hoping that you're saving your money, you play your cards right, and looking for masters or for different ways to kind of stay here in the United States. For most people, it's going to be very, very difficult to stay after your academic training. I do not recommend overstaying your visa or trying to find some kind of a weird way to stay here, whether for like a fake marriage or whatever you have. Do not cheat the system. If you happen to run out of time, please, I'm begging you, just go back to your own country, and there will be a different way for you to come here. Okay, so luckily that didn't happen to me. But that's a different story. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know, and I would love to answer any and all of your questions regarding J1 visas, F1 visas, M visas, and any other kind of questions you have in regards to student life and how to kind of balance this, rigorous academic life with college life and everything else going on. I know it's hard. I've been there. I wouldn't change anything about it. It was a great time, but you have to work hard because if you work hard, there's a reward at the end, and if you don't, no one will help you. And in this life, it's all about making connections and making sure that people know you're worth investing. And that's my hope that you will be able to invest in yourself and in others. And at the end of your life, when you're in your rocking chair, you can tell yourself, I have lived a good life, whether it's in America or somewhere else. But make good choices.